Play and the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Young. This is caught by Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
56. I got
it. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 29, Watson. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end, Gonzalez. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Packers pick it up, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
At the 22-yard line. 19. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. 55. 4 down. Mike 3. Mike 3. No chance. Mike 3.
From the 22, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 31 yards there to first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. On first down, Dickerson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Dickerson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Hey. 4 down.
26. Check. Lucky.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long. It's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is taken at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On third down, Dickerson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And this is Parker, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looks pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, turn it up. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Bandit. Bandit. Check.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Watch the twitch.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 25. Check 25.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Nice, sweetheart.
Young to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down.
That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49.
66. Yeah.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
I know he ain't got it. So,
Off the play fake. Starr. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
here we go again. Switch.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Check 24. Check 24. Any weapon.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
At 59. I don't think you got it, son. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Switch ball. Get up.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You got it. You got it.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, a screen to Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Watch QB drop. Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow.
24! 24!
Watch the whip. Oh, shot.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Sponge!
Now a give right side. Dickerson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 3.
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
19!
3.
At 24!
Mike 3. Mike.
At 24!
Combo. Zoom. Check nickel.
And no timeout.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
First 6!
Big air.
24!
Hot. Shoot.
At 59!
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on, fellas.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Watch the run.
Young here to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 2nd down now. Dickerson. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Down, he's coming.
Check. 53. Check. 53's mine.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. That's taken in by Callaway. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
I got you.
One last throw here for Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.